Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. I'd like to first welcome our new members here tonight to the council. Please bear with us. We have a new dais constructed up here, so we're all kind of getting used to it. So item number one, ratification of actions taken at organizational meeting. Town council to vote for ratification of actions taken at the organizational meetings of January 6th, 2019. Do I have a motion to ratify? Motion's been made by Councilman DiLorenzo, seconded by Councilman Stephanus. All those in favor? Famagetti? Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. That's going to take me a while. Item number two, acceptance of meeting minutes. Minutes from two meetings of December 4th, 2018 to be accepted and approved by the town council. Do I have a motion to accept?
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman DiLorenzo, seconded by Councilman Amorigi. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number three, Town Council Rules, adoption of resolution number 19-001 for rules of the Town Council. Do I have a motion to adopt the rules?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Amorigi, seconded by Councilman Famagetti. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Proposed ordinances. Notice was given of a public hearing on this day whereby the town council would consider passage of the following proposed ordinances. Item number 4, ordinance 18-014, an ordinance amending Chapter 19, Article 4, Section 19-15 of the Code of Ordinances of the Town of North Providence entitled One-Way Street Enumeration to provide for one-way travel on Franklin Street. Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 18-014? Motion's been made by Councilman Giusti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Amorigi. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 5, liquor license. Notice was given of a public hearing to be held this date in the Providence Journal on December 21st, 28th, 2018 for a transfer of a BV liquor license from MAP Entertainment LLC DBA Bailey's Pub, 1910 Smith Street, North Providence, RI 02911 to BA Beverage Company DBA Bailey's Pub, 1910 Smith Street, North Providence, RI 02911. Is anyone here from Bailey's? Or the other one as well. And could you please just state your name for the record?
Sure, Attorney Monica Horn for BA Beverage.
Thank you.
Also, the gentleman from the transfer is here as well. And
Okay.
this is William Christina from BA Beverage on my left.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Councilman?
Yeah. So can we just get a little bit of a background as far as
Absolutely.
the transferee's history in this type of business?
Absolutely. This is William Christina, who's the sole owner of BA Beverage Company. Mr. Christina, you've been involved in the restaurant business for quite some time, is that correct?
Over 20 years.
And what restaurants do you own and operate?
I currently run a franchise with Domino's Pizza.
And how many Domino's Pizzas do you own and operate?
4 locations.
And one is in North Providence, is that correct?
That's correct, on Minnow Spring Avenue.
And how long have you owned and operated that business?
Over 10 years.
And have there ever been any problems with the Domino's franchises that you have owned and operated?
No.
And just recently you decided to get into the restaurant pub business, is that correct?
That's correct.
And why did you decide to expand your restaurant business?
I wanted to expand my horizon, I guess you could call it overall, and do something different.
And you have absolutely no prior record.
I do not.
Are you hands-on at your current Domino's location?
I am.
And will you continue be hands-on at Bailey's Pub if this transfer is granted?
I will be.
And approximately how many employees do you envision having at Bailey's Pub?
I'm envisioning at this point between 6 and 10 employees.
What would be your hours of operation?
Hours of operation would be the current hours of operation that are there now, 4 to 1 o'clock, Monday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday would be 12 to 1, and Sunday would be 12 to 12.
And there will be no issues with parking at that location, will there, for your patrons and employees?
I don't believe so.
The premises, there you're going to enter into a lease with the owner. You're not going to own this, is that correct?
I am not.
And you've also applied for an entertainment license?
I have.
And what kind of entertainment do you envision having at this
We
location?
envision to continue the karaoke and have a DJ on Friday nights, maybe a band from time to time.
Unless there's anything else that the council would like to know. I don't have any other questions of Mr. Christina.
Is there any questions? Councilman?
There have been DJs at this establishment prior to this?
Yes, I
Is
believe
this-
so.
Have there been DJs at this establishment prior to this?
Yes, every Thursday night.
Every Thursday night? And are you planning on keeping the same one?
Yes.
What's that DJ's name?
It's Sergio. The name of his company is DJ Sergio.
Okay, any further questions? There being none, do I have a motion to approve the transfer?
So moved. Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti, seconded by Councilman Juicy. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 6, victualling license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of a victualling license for B.A. Beverage Company LLC DBA Bailey's Pub, 1910 Smith Street, North Providence. Do I have a motion to approve the victualling license?
So moved. Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Di Lorenzo, seconded by Councilman Famagetti. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 7, amusement license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of amusement license for B.A. Beverage Company LLC DBA Bailey's Pub, 1910 Smith Street. Do I have a motion to approve the amusement license? Motion's been made by Councilman Di Lorenzo. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Amorigi. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 8, coin-op pool table license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of a coin-operated pool table license for B.A. Beverage Company, LLC, DBA Bailey's Pub, 1910 Smith Street, North Providence. Any questions on the pool table license? Do I have a motion to approve the coin-op pool table license?
So moved. Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti, seconded by Councilman Di Lorenzo. Any further questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 9, entertainment license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of an entertainment license for B.A. Beverage Company, LLC, DBA Bailey's Pub, 1910 Smith Street, North Providence. Do I have a motion? They described the type of entertainment they would be having. Is there any further questions on the entertainment license? There being none, do I have a motion to approve the entertainment license?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Di Lorenzo. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Martone. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item number 10, liquor license. Notice was given of a public hearing which was continued to this date and advertised in the Providence Journal on November 16th and 23rd, 2018 for a BV full liquor license from Jars Pub LLC, DBA The Duke Bar and Grill, 1839 Smith Street, North Providence. I would like to say that myself and another councilman has spoken to several of the people involved, and they are coming here tonight with a revised plan, so we look forward to hearing that. And for the record, Councilman Famagetti is going to recuse because of a conflict with work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, council members, Mr. President. Thomas Carter on behalf of the Duke Bar and Grill. I do have a number of handouts to provide to the council.
What's his name? Did he say his name?
Tom Carter.
His last name?
Carter, C-A-R-T-A-R.
He's the attorney?
So just to clarify some things that were said at the December 4th, 2018 meeting, Following the meeting, we decided to go in a different direction and make some changes based upon the comments and the questions that were posed at that meeting. The space is going to be a restaurant. It's going to have a Western theme with the John Wayne concept. There's going to be John Wayne memorabilia, posters, apparel. There's going to be 14 parking spaces with 1 handicap space, and this equates to 42 seats at the restaurant. And this comports with the town regulations as well, which provides for 1 parking space, or 1 car provides for 3 seats at a restaurant or club. There's going to be a healthy menu, no fry later, no grill, no need for a hood system because there's no grease vapors. It's mostly going to be salads and baked meals. And across the street, the owner of the restaurant is planning on working with the senior citizens to provide for meals as well. There's going to be occasional birthday parties, showers, and anniversaries, hence the need for the entertainment license. There's going to be potentially a small jukebox or some type of speaker system, but that's essentially it with regard to music. The building has been vacant for some time, so adding to the neighborhood, filling the space with a restaurant is obviously going to add to the existing business in the area. The area is zoned commercial, as the council is aware, zoned for restaurants. There's a number of restaurants, food, ice cream, etc. in the area. The owner of the restaurant is a longtime resident of North Providence. He's been in the restaurant business for 25 years. The restaurant stands to create approximately 15 to 20 jobs, which will be very good for the area. It's going to increase the tax base. Also, the owner of the restaurant signed a 5-year lease with 3 5-year options. So he's committed to the area, and he's also committed to the economic development of the city, of the town of Providence. Currently, as the town is aware, there's Renaissance development going on in the town. There's a number of economic development projects, restaurants, businesses which are locating or expanding in the town, and we feel that this restaurant comports with that and will be a nice addition to the area. There's going to be no detrimental impact on the neighborhood. It fits in very well with the neighborhood. It's located, like I said, on a street with a number of different restaurants, ice cream places, food places, etc. And we're not seeking any additional parking. I know this was raised at the prior meeting. The parking at the restaurant is sufficient. Like we said, that there's 14 spaces there, 1 is handicap, and the restaurant owner is only seeking 42 seats at the restaurant, so that's essentially it. I'm here with Anthony Manzo, who is the owner of the property, and also the chef, Peter Pimentel. And if the council has any questions for us, we'd be glad to answer them.
Okay, is there any questions? I'll get to 1 second. I would like for the record to say that I want to commend the owner of the property. He owns several commercial real estate properties throughout the town, and we've never had a problem with any of them. Several restaurants are your tenants, and we've never had an issue with any of them. So I think in the December meeting there was some concerns, and I know myself, Councilman Bacala, Councilman Giusti reached out, and you guys have been very proactive in addressing most of those concerns. So I thank you for that.
Thank you.
With that being said, if you guys could just step aside, I know there's some audience members here that would like to ask some questions. I will say too, for the record, that the parking was the major issue. And Camp Nowhere had addressed concern. They sent a letter in about parking, and which was mentioned at the last meeting, so I'm glad you addressed that. We have some neighbors that lived in the back that were concerned about parking in front of their houses, blocking driveways potentially when it was late, people leaving, walking across their yards, and, I'm glad that you guys addressed that as well. So if you could just step aside. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this matter, I'll take that now.
My name is Ruth Riccitelli,
Thank you.
and I own 1801, 1803. I own 1793 and 1797 Smith Street. And I'm shocked that they've got 14 spaces, because I really believe they only have 10 spaces involved in that property. That's the first situation. I don't know who qualified the parking spaces, but I believe there are 10. The second thing is they have to have their employees park somewhere, so that's another issue. Those parking spaces are going to be taken up by, what would you say, 4 employees? So that would be 2 spaces right there. The third thing is, while they're billing this as a restaurant, the name Duke's isn't that, restaurant provocative. And I believe, seriously, that people are going to die if this venue goes in. Because people are going to be crossing the street from Camp Nowhere to go to this venue, and it's going to happen certainly during the summer, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Camp Nowhere slams. They have an outside deck right on the sidewalk. And literally, the boys will be chasing the girls back and forth across the street, and it is my opinion that with all of the traffic, how many cars would you say go up and down Route 44 in 24 hours? Several thousand go up and down. And you are going to have people running back and forth across the street. And I believe that changing their venue and lowering their capacity has just been another way of getting this to be passed. And also, as far as their entertainment license go, I don't know why they can't do it on a as-needed basis. If they're going to have occasional birthday parties, occasional showers, then why have an entertainment license? Why not pull a permit for that particular day? And that way, it protects the area from that getting out of control. So those are my opinions, and I thank you.
Thank you very much. Would anyone else like to speak on this matter? Sir?
My name is Anthony Andriozzi. I live at 9 Progress Avenue. My property is adjacent to the back of the building. The question I have is, there's 13 parking spaces. They said there's 44 seats in that establishment. What is the maximum occupancy could be in that establishment?
It doesn't have no maximum occupancy is, but the parking spaces don't go on occupancy, it goes on seats. It's the way the zoning ordinance is.
Okay.
You know, we can
The
find
reason
out
why-
from the fire marshal what the occupancy is, but it goes based on seats.
Okay. Our solicitor is going to find out that answer for you, because he said the way our ordinance is written in town, the occupancy is based on spaces, which is based on seats. So that's where they're getting that number from.
Okay, they based it on seats. The reason why I'm saying, you also may have some patrons who may go there and be standing. The main concern, based on Mrs. Riccitelli's statement, is that Smith Street, that's a perplexed intersection.
It is. You're right.
Okay? Please take that in consideration. Right now, Coolix Ice Cream is closed. Once that's open in the summertime, it's a very busy area.
Right.
Okay? So taking that in mind, or in consideration, just based on what Mrs. Riccitelli said, people crossing the street, you've got cars coming in and out at any given time over there. So now that establishment being on, and it's no extra extra activity, it may be a problem, okay? That's all I'm concerned with. The other thing is concerning it, parking on Gaynor Street, parking on Progress, where I live. If they can't park on Smith Street, now, even if they did park on Smith Street, that is a very narrow, it is narrow. And there's been some accidents that happened in the past over there. Also, people that do park on Smith Street, if there's a car coming up or down, inbound or outbound, it's very hard to park your car, open the door. There's no room. Okay, so I'll just take that in consideration. Thank you.
Mr. Andriozzi, the solicitor was just informing me that in the past, what we've done if there was ever an issue, we could make resident-only parking on those side streets. Just for some thought. Is there any further questions on this? Any questions from the council?
I have a few questions.
Councilman? You guys can come back.
So, a couple questions. Can you just briefly go over, I apologize, I wasn't here at the last meeting. Could you go over the background of the owner of the establishment, particularly in the restaurant industry, as well as the chef who's here tonight?
So the owner of the establishment has been in the restaurant business for 25-plus years. He's worked at a number of different restaurants in Providence, Blue, Cello's, Waterfront, I believe. He's, you know, it's been going on for 25 years, so he's been involved in a number of different businesses, including those 3 restaurants in Providence. With regard to the chef who is here today, he's also been in the business for approximately 27 years, isn't that correct? And you've worked at a number of different restaurants throughout the area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And mostly as a chef?
I've been in front of the back of the house, but majority of it is chef, yes.
Okay.
Which restaurants most recently?
Right now, I manage up at Harvard Medical School. I've been in Texas Roadhouse, I've been at Applebee's, I worked at the Hill for several years, at Meals, Providence Prime, right next to the Oyster Bar, Don Shula's restaurant next to the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
All right, my other question is there any plan at some point during the course of the evening so you said there's going to be 42 seats.
Correct.
Is there any plan at some point during the course of the evening to move tables and change the setup of the establishment?
No, not that I'm aware of, no. I don't expect any type of changes.
And then my other question was, so I see that you're going to have some birthday parties, showers, anniversary parties, special events. Is there any plan for regular entertainment on a regular basis, ongoing basis?
No.
So during the course of a week, there won't be a night where you do any type of entertainment event?
Yeah, like a Alexa or a jukebox potentially,
Jukebox?
but no type of live concerts or DJs, no.
And what were the planned hours of operation?
11 a.m. to 1 a.m.
7 days a week?
Yes. And that's, you know, always subject to change, depending upon how the business goes.
Understandable.
You know,
And is the plan for the owner to be on premises regularly?
correct, yes.
Are there any managers that have been hired?
Myself.
You're going to be a manager?
I am. The owner would be here. He's actually recuperating from a surgery he had yesterday.
Good.
Mr. President.
Councilman?
Thank you, gentlemen, for your presentation. Excuse me. 2 questions. If approved tonight, how long would it take you approximately to open?
There's a 3-month build-out.
3-month build-out?
Correct.
So building off of that, in the meantime, is there going to be a need for construction vehicles or any larger trucks to be in and out of those premises, or is it a relatively minor build-out?
It's minor construction, just the interior.
Okay.
No need for any large vehicles or anything of that nature.
And my other question was, Mrs. Riccitelli had questions about where the staff might park. Have you folks addressed that, or what's the plans for staff parking?
Yeah. The 14 spaces that are there, the owner feels is sufficient, so they're going to carpool. You know, people take Ubers nowadays. They're going to make those 14 spaces work.
I'm assuming, because you want to run a successful business, or he wants to run a successful business, that customer parking will come first and employees will have to make other...
Correct, yes.
I'm local myself. I live about 90 seconds walking that way, so.
And the owner's local as well.
Any further questions? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the liquor license for Jars Pub LLC DBA The Duke Bar and Grill? Subject to all the necessary requirements, including the sign-off on zoning confirmation. This is gonna have to go through zoning for the whole parking space issue. So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Di Lorenzo. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any further questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, item number 11, Town Council to consider a vote for approval of a victualling license for Jars Pub LLC DBA The Duke Bar and Grill, 1839 Smith Street, North Providence. Any questions on the victualling license? Do I have a motion to approve the victualling license?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Martone. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Juicy. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 12, entertainment license. Town council will consider a vote for approval of an entertainment license for Jars Pub LLC DBA The Duke Bar and Grill, 1839 Smith Street, North Providence.
Question.
Any questions on the entertainment license? Councilman
Yeah,
Juicy.
what kind of entertainment? What kind of entertainment?
It's mostly for birthday parties, showers, anniversaries.
Yeah, but what kind are you gonna have? Are you gonna have DJ, you're gonna have live bands, you're gonna
No.
have...
Alexa and a jukebox.
Say again?
Alexa and a jukebox.
If I may jump in, it's
Councilman.
like a portable.
No, I know that, I know what it is.
Sorry.
So he's not
I
gonna
don't
sue.
consider that as
So I mean,
entertainment. All right.
Mr. President?
1 second.
Sure.
So what was the answer to the entertainment? Man? What was the
We
answer
didn't-
to the entertainment? No live bands.
What?
No live bands.
Okay.
No light.
Councilman?
Before we finalize all this, I know in the past where there's been restaurants or pubs abutting residential areas, something that we've done is have them come in for a review after 6 months to make sure that there's no issues. Oftentimes when we do that, we ask for a letter from the police department, see if there's been reports of any violence or any other issues at the establishment. That's part of the reason why I asked how many months it would take, because obviously if we're gonna set it out for a review, I wanna give you enough time to open and so that there's some history there. So I would be inclined to make a motion, Mr. President, that we have them back in for a review in 6 months of all licenses.
Okay, motion's been made by Councilman Amorigi. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Di Lorenzo. Any questions?
That'd be for all aspects of this.
Yes.
Mr. President, could we maybe add that,
Hold on, let me just take the vote on that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Councilman?
well, so the only other thing I was gonna suggest was that potentially a condition on the entertainment that they submit it to the clerk on a monthly basis. And the reason I say that is if it's a couple of birthday parties on a monthly basis, that's something that we can have a record of. And if it turns out that it's twice a weekend, every weekend, I think that'll provide us with a little bit of information kind of going forward, and then also looking back at the review period.
Just to give it to me?
Yeah, not for approval or anything,
Okay.
just so that we know what's going on at that location.
Okay, is that in the form of a motion? Okay, motion been made by Councilman Martone.
Not second.
Do you want to make that motion subject to approving the entertainment license?
Correct.
Okay. Motion's been made by Councilman Martone, seconded by Councilman Juicy. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, and good luck.
Question for clarification. The review, is that going to be 6 months after the 3-month build-out period? So it would be...
Typically, we've done it 6 months after the issuance of the licenses.
Okay.
So you'll have I mean, my position is there'll be 3 months of established history there. And
We'll have the 3-month build-up, we'll have a review in 3 months, and you can review every 6 months. Leave it right there.
we may not need that. but
Thank you. Good
we
luck.
Appreciate your transparency. Thank you.
Item number 13, victualling license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of a victualling license for 1871 MSA Donuts LLC DBA Dunkin' Donuts, 1871 Middle Spring Avenue, North Providence. Just state your name for the record.
Angela Sorge.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the victualling license?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Amorigi, seconded by Councilman Di Lorenzo. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 14, victualling license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of a victualling license for 1592 MSA Donuts, LLC DBA Dunkin' Donuts, 1592 Middle Spring Avenue, North Providence. Do I have a motion to approve the victualling license?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti, second by Councilman Di Lorenzo. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 15, victualling license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of a victualling license for 1484 MSA Donuts, LLC DBA Dunkin' Donuts, 1484 Middle Spring Avenue, North Providence. Any questions on 1484? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the victualling license?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Amorigi. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 16, victualling license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of a victualling license for Jelly Donuts, LLC, DBA Dunkin' Donuts, 1132 Middle Spring Avenue, North Providence. Any questions on Jelly Donuts? I have a motion to approve the victualling license.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Amorigi. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilman Di Lorenzo. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 17, victualling license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of a victualling license for KCW Bagels 2, DBA Providence Bagel, 1480 Middle Spring Avenue, North Providence. Can you just state your name for the record?
Shelley Lucier.
Thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions?
Make a motion.
Okay, a motion to approve by Councilman Juicy. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilman Famagetti. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to town. Item number 18, victualling license. Town council to consider a vote for approval of a victualling license for the Wendy's Company, DBA Wendy's, 1460 Mineral Spring Avenue, North Providence. Can you just state your name for the record?
Joey Fonseca with Bowler Engineering.
Thank you.
I'm Anita Smith.
Thank you.
Assistant Manager.
Does anybody have any questions on the victualling license?
Make a motion.
Motion's been made by Councilman Juicy. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any further questions? There being none, all those in favor? All those opposed? The ayes have it. And outdoor dining license, item number 19, town council to consider a vote for approval of an outdoor dining license for the Wendy's Company, DBA Wendy's, 1460 Middle Spring Avenue, North Providence. Any questions on the outdoor dining license?
Do we have a drawing?
We do have a drawing on there. Should be in your,
Mayor can just read it. Okay.
I have a question for,
No.
Solicitor.
Councilman?
Is this for a certain period of time, or is this all year round?
1 year.
1 year, but there's no end date and start date as far as seasonal or anything like that?
No, it's renewed every year on December 1st with the or in this particular case, there's no liquor license, so.
so it would be at the same time too. We have one other one like that.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the outdoor dining license?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you very much. Item number 20, Third Avenue. Ralph Germani of 17 Third Street would like to address the council to discuss the parking restrictions on Third Street, ordinance 18-012. Mr. Germani? Thank you. Would you like to address the council?
Yes.
That's in regards to the parking sign, trying to get it moved.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, 17 Third Street's a narrow street. It's very, very narrow. I don't know if everybody must know it. The second issue is with the, it's a nuisance with the neighbors. You have to contact the police. I don't even call them anymore. You know, they came once and there was like an argument, you know, because there was a car. The company had parked in front of the, you know, I couldn't get out of the driveway, and I had to call the police, yeah. That was the second thing, and then see, the problem is you can only back out one way on the street. You know, if it was a two-way, if there was a car parked across the street, you could go the other way, but you don't even have that option. Let me see. Okay, and the real issue is the driveway's not back to back. You know what I mean? Like if you look at all, you know when you have back-to-back driveways, then you won't have that issue with the parking across the street. Because mine's not, I don't have another driveway back-to-back. If I did, I wouldn't be here. You understand what I'm saying?
So the issue with Mr. Giamani is,
Yeah.
a couple months ago, he contacted me, and I made the request to put a no parking sign in front of his house. And the police went out there, did a study, and where they placed it, according to their recommendation, is actually a hazard, and he's having trouble backing out of his driveway now. So what we need to do is either reintroduce an ordinance with to get the police to go out there, but they have to sign off on taking it down from where it is now. Did you want to make a suggestion, Councilman?
Well, I thought we were all set on it. I thought they were gonna put it on that blank area where there's no houses, and then he would be able to back out.
Councilman?
Where the sign, for Mr. Giamani's house, where the sign is, it's actually probably right in the middle of the length where he wanted it. I think he needs it to be a little 10 or 15 feet further down, so that he can continue to park now. Council President, we had an ordinance meeting, they went through an ordinance, and the police department said, this is where we want to put it.
Right.
Am I correct?
Yes.
So they were comfortable putting it there. Matter of fact, I think we kind of argued a little bit with them to put it elsewhere.
Right.
They were comfortable putting it there.
Right.
So if it has to go back to the ordinance committee now, it's maybe what you would do.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll put it back in the ordinance committee, thank you, Councilman, and then we'll send a letter to our police chief and have him come, and we can express your concerns that you brought here tonight, and hopefully we can have that moved.
Well, I mean, half the problem's been rectified.
Right, but we want the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy I got that, you know?
Yeah,
But I'd really be a happy camper if it was a little more.
right,
It's
right,
a safety issue, you know?
right. Do you want to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we send this to the ordinance committee and have Chief DeCoy there as well.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion's been made by Councilman Di Lorenzo, seconded by Councilman Martone. Any other questions?
Well, I just want to add one other thing, and I'll be out of here.
Sure, go ahead.
The emergency vehicles, they can't get up and down when there's cars parked on both sides. I mean, that's a
Well,
whole
we're
other.
putting no parking on one side.
Well, yeah, that would be good.
We're gonna
That'd be
have,
great,
So
too.
we can't do that in front of other houses.
Oh, all right, I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, you know, my question to that is, what side do you want to put them on your side?
That would
You know
be
what I'm
nice.
saying?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you gotta
Right.
look at that.
but I'm just bringing out the fact that if you have cars parked on both sides, emergency vehicles will not
I
get up and
understand
down.
that, but
I mean,
what
just-
side do we put the no parking signs?
Yeah.
If you get gas and there's no parking in front of your house,
Oh, we could always flip a coin.
well,
Just kidding. Okay, I'm good.
Thank you.
All right, have a good
Okay,
night.
all those in favor of the motion stated?
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it, thank you. Okay, Town Council committees, Town Council President to appoint committees. First name listed on each committee should be the chairman of said committee, and the Town Council President is a member ex officio of all committees. I changed the committees around, try something different, see how this works out. Claims, Chairman, Councilman Manny Giusti, Mario Martone, Councilman Mario Martone, Councilman Steve Di Lorenzo. Public Services, Chairman, Councilman Mario Martone, Councilman Steve DiLorenzo, Councilman Stefano Famagetti. Public Safety, Chairman, Councilman Ronnie Bacala, Councilman Mario Martone, Councilman Manny Giusti. Ordinance, Councilman Stefano Famagetti, Councilman Kenny Amerigi, Councilman Ron Bacala. Economic Development, Chairman, Councilman Steve DiLorenzo, Councilman Ron Bacala, Councilman Kenny Amerigi. Finance, Councilman Kenny Amerigi, Councilman Mario Martone, Councilman Stefano Famagetti. Do I have a motion to accept those committees?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti, seconded by Councilman Martone. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 22, amusement licenses. Received applications for the renewal of amusement devices, amusement centers, coin-operated pool tables, non-coin-operated pool tables, miniature bowling, and auto wrecking and salvage. Do I have a motion to approve amusement devices for Bailey's Pub, Friendly's, LL Bailey's, Larry's Lounge, Presentation Columbus Club, and Twins Pizza?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman DiLorenzo. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Amusement center, is there a motion to approve RI Billiards?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Martone, seconded by Councilman DiLorenzo. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Coin-operated pool table, Bailey's Pub, Dodge Gulius Post 29, Larry's Lounge, Sunnyside Rec Club. Do I have a motion to approve? Coin-operated pool table.
So moved.
Motion been made by Councilman DiLorenzo. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Famagetti. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Non-coin-operated pool tables, Greystone Social Club and RI Billiards. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion been made by Councilman Martone. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Amerigi. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Miniature bowling, Greystone Social Club. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Auto wrecking and salvage, D'Agostino's Auto Salvage, North Providence Auto Salvage, K&R Auto Salvage. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion been made by Councilman Amerigi. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Famagetti. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 23, board appointments, town council discussion and action with regard to the appointments to be made to the following boards. A, Board of Trustees, Public Libraries. We have a motion to reappoint Margaret Hurst.
So moved.
Motion been made by Councilman Giusti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Item B, Housing Authority.
Mr. President?
Make a motion.
I'd like to recuse myself.
For the record, Councilman DiLorenzo is recusing himself.
I make a motion, we reappoint June DiLorenzo.
Second.
Okay, a motion's been made by Councilman Giusti to reappoint June DiLorenzo, seconded by Councilman Amerigi. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. C, Zoning Board. Okay, do I have a motion to appoint Edward Catone?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. D, Town Auctioneers. Do I have a motion to reappoint Al Cristofaro and Salvatore Corio?
So moved.
Motion been made by Councilman Giusti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Martone. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. E, Associate Municipal Court Judge. Do I have a motion to reappoint Valentino Lombardi?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman DiLorenzo. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilman Giusti. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. F, Historic District Commission. Do I have a motion to reappoint Mark Tanzi and Rui Goulart de Almeida?
So moved.
Motion been made by Councilman Martone, seconded by Councilman Juicy. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. G, Tree Warden. Next page. Do I have a motion to reappoint Fayette Amsden?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. H, Environmental Commission. Okay, I'm just going to read this into the record to whom, January 3rd, 2019, to whom it may concern. Please accept this letter as my resignation from the North Providence Environmental Commission. Regards, Nicole E. Quetter. Are we reappointing anyone? Do I have a motion to accept the resignation letter with regret?
So moved.
Motion been made by Councilman Juicy, seconded by Councilman Famagetti. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Ayes have it. Not yet. Okay. Item number 24, liquor license renewal not in compliance. Discussion and possible vote on the non-compliance of the renewal for the liquor license for JL and Bowery Investment LLC DBA Dana Sports Lounge, 1410 R Mineral Spring Avenue.
They complied, yes.
Okay, do I have a motion to pass this off the agenda?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilman Juicy. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor? All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 25, claim submitted. Town Council discussion and action with regard to the claim received from the following. Kimberly Rayo, 21 Poly Drive, North Providence, Rhode Island, 02911. Do I have a motion to refer this to the Claims Committee?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Emerigi. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Kala. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 26, Ordinance Committee Report. Town Council discussion and action with regard to the Ordinance Committee Report to be presented by Councilman Juicy. Please see ordinance introduction following this item. Councilman?
Make a motion to accept this.
Motion's been made by Councilman Juicy to accept the report. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Amorigi. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 27, ordinance introduction. An ordinance of the Town of North Providence amending Chapter 19, Section 19-13 entitled Through Trucking, Trucks over 4 tons, 8,000 pounds gross weight prohibited on certain streets to include Woodcliff Avenue. We have a motion to introduce.
So moved.
Motion been made by Councilman Juicy. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Amorigi. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 28, uncollectible tax. Receive a letter from tax collector Tom Kane for uncollectible taxes due to bankruptcy in the amount of $732.52 to be removed from the accounts receivable. Do we have a motion to remove?
So moved.
Motion's been made by Councilman Famagetti. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bacala. Any questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn.